What is up, guys? NYKF31 here. Super Bowl Sunday. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. The unofficial, official national holiday of our great nation. And we are about, well, the time that I was doing this video, about 7-8 hours away from kickoff. And we get to watch the Seattle Seahawks and the Denver Broncos go to work. We're using a friends list game of NCAA 14 in the backdrop here, and I also included a description to the Facebook page I created for my PS4 video capture for the time being. I have a Madden Ultimate Team game on there right now you guys can look at. I need to sort out the microphone settings though, as you can barely hear me. But anyhow, what do I think of the game? We have a lot of cliches in our sports world. In basketball, it's no rebounds, no rings. Baseball, pitching and timely hitting. In football, it's defense wins championships. And the cliches become cliches because there are elements of truth behind them. In general, throughout the years, those things have remained constant as far as winning is concerned. However, in reality, balance wins championships. Teams that are the most well-rounded, teams that are versatile, teams that can thrive in a wide variety of circumstances. You'll occasionally get the historically dominant defense carry a football team to a title. We've seen that happen multiple times. However, from top to bottom, the most balanced team typically wins. And I think Seattle's a good team. I think Seattle has a good defense. Obviously, they have a good defense. That's apparent. They have the best defense in the league. I think they cover as physical as you can, given the way the game is played and officiated, and they cover exceptionally well. It's going to be an excellent contrast of styles as far as that's concerned. But are they a dominant defense? I don't believe so. And I think the problem with Seattle is that offensively, they're not dynamic enough. And the only way I can see them staying in the game is if Seattle is able to shake up Manning's rhythm early and get that, pouty Peyton Manning face going, and either generate a turnover that results in a score, or generates a turnover or two that sets up their offense for easy points. Because all things being equal, and assuming a mistake-free or a relatively mistake-free game by Manning, I think Denver wins very comfortably. I just think the offense poses too many problems for Seattle to have to solve. They're a little bit different than some of the great offenses that we've seen throughout the years. The 90s Buffalo Bills, Greatest Show on Turf Rams, the 2007 Patriots. They're a little bit different as far as their passing concepts go and whatnot. They're basically just transposed what Peyton was doing with Tom Moore in Indy to the Broncos. The team is built almost exactly the same. You have a lot of level divide concepts, vertical stems, sticks, and all that types of stuff. A little bit more of a West Coast flavor than the more vertical downfield flavor that the 07 Patriots, 90s Bills, and the Greatest Show on Turf Rams featured. More of a rhythm-based ball control passing game that will take shots downfield if needed. And plus, they can run the ball. They can run the ball between the tackles if they absolutely need to or have to. And I just think it's too much. I really do. Seattle's best chance is to be able to play tight man coverage with a base pass rush, because if you have to blitz, sending 5 is doable. If you have to send more than that on a consistent basis to generate a pass rush, the game's over. And you have to close off space. You cannot zone Peyton Manning. I think Peyton Manning is almost zone-proof. So that forces you to have to squeeze. And even if you assume that Richard Sherman is going to shut down or slow down Demaryius Thomas, and even when you factor in that Seattle is probably the best team in the league at neutralizing dynamic tight ends. You still have Welker and Decker to account for, and be able to account for them without leaving yourself so light in the box that you cannot run the football. Or you cannot defend the run, rather, what am I talking about? It's just a lot. And unless Seattle can turn him over and create a short field for the offense, I don't see Seattle being able to do enough, because I don't think they have enough answers offensively to keep up. So I think Peyton's going to play well. The weather is not going to be a factor, and I think that he's going to come out with a bit of a chip on his shoulder to get this second title in the bag. I'll be very surprised if he does not come out aggressive and does not play a really strong game. And I don't think it's going to be a case of the Seahawks getting exposed or anything like that. The Seahawks are a good team. I just don't think that they are dynamic enough and well-rounded enough to beat this offense. I think Denver's defense isn't, great by any stretch of the imagination, but it's certainly good enough to contend with the challenges that the Seahawks pose on offense. The one X factor I can see with the Seahawks offensively is if Percy Harvin has a game. You just don't know what you're going to get out of Percy Harvin. It's going to be in one piece. But if he is, and he can do some explosive things out there at any time, if he can get that done, if he can, pop a big return or pop a big catch and run, or get behind the defensive secondary of the Broncos, which is very possible, then that could be a X factor in the game. But other than that, you could only survive with pounding Marshawn Lynch for so long. That doesn't work when you're down 14-3 in the first quarter, which is something that I can very easily see happening. So I hope the Super Bowl is at least engaging to watch. That's the big thing I root for, regardless of who's playing in it. We've been blessed with some very good Super Bowls over the past few years. And nothing is worse than sitting through Super Bowl Sunday and analyzing commercials by the midpoint of the first half. That we don't need, nor do we want. So, well, I think Denver is a better team, more versatile team, more well-rounded team, certainly the more explosive team offensively. I do hope Seattle is able to keep it to a, 10, 13-point game going into the fourth, and then go from there. So I think the Broncos will win by a 2-score margin. Love to hear what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoy the game. Talk to you all later. Peace.